every breath I take, with every heartbeat.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's your friend Phil here, Project Management Trainer and Coach. Welcome to 40 Days to PMP and CAPM Exam Success. Good to have you today. Today we're talking about a process in communications management. It's the first process in communications management. Communications management is all about planning what to communicate, why to communicate, when to communicate, how to communicate, why, and when. And once you've got that plan down, the next thing is to execute the plan and communicate in the manner that you planned. Now, the major output of the first process of communications management is the plan, the communications management plan. And the communications management plan gives guidance for how to manage communications, which is the next process. Managing communications, which is the actual art of communicating, the actual act of communicating. And lastly, controlling communications, adjusting the communications to ensure that stakeholders are satisfied, to make sure that the communication requirements are being met. So let's talk about the first process. The first process in communications is planned communications management. It's also important to remember in communications the tool and technique called communications models. Communication models. Communication models discuss the whole idea of a sender-receiver model. So if you haven't looked at that in the PMBOK Guide, do so, because you need to be aware of the terms encode and decode. What does it mean to encode? What does it mean to decode? What does the feedback message consist of? And where is it coming from? Where is it going? What is noise? What are communication blockers? Things like that. Be aware of it when you look at the communications model. Also, communication methods. Communication methods. We have different communication methods. We have the push method, the pull method, and interactive method. To push communications is sending out a message, but not necessarily getting an assurance that it's been received. Push. Pull in the message. An example would be putting the information somewhere that people can get it. For example, piles of newsletters stacked up and put in front of a building. That's pull. Or putting information out on a website, on a server for people to get the information or the report as needed. Okay, so push-pull interactive communication is real-time. People are exchanging information real-time. That's what interactive is. Also, tool and technique here, communication technology. We have different types of communications technology. Read those up. We talk about email, manual filing systems, hard copy document distribution. All of that kind of information about how people communicate is within communication technology. The technology that you choose, be it text message, be it video conferencing, whatever it is, it's usually dictated by the needs of the project and also by the capabilities of the people within the project. So if you want to use a fancy technology, you want to use video conferencing, and you have no one on the project that understands the technology, cannot use it, why think of using it? See, so the technology needs to match the requirements and the personnel on the project. Okay, and that's pretty much it for planned communications management. I would highly advise you to take a look at the communications management plan description in the PMBOK Guide. Make sure you understand all the different moving parts within the communications management plan, all the different components. Remember, communications requirements analysis, the formula N times N minus 1 divided by 2. That definitely could come out on either your PMP or CAPM exam. Not saying it will, but it could. All the best, and speak to you tomorrow.